Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel, Divine Nudges. Thank you for joining me today. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for joining me today. Family, if you would be so kind as to hit the like button, I would really appreciate you at this time. Sagittarius, I'm just going to check in with what's on your mind. What's going on? Is there anything that's on your mind that we need to work through? That the good Lord and Spirit can offer you some counseling and some guidance on. Okay, so that's the vibe with which I am, the intention that I'm setting for this reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Some of the messages may apply to you, some of them may not. Okay. All righty. Epiphany. Have you recently had an epiphany, Sagittarius? Have you recently voiced your opinion on something and spoken your truth? And it may have ruffled a few feathers. Okay. But going in guns blazing, sharp minded, sharp tongue. And this is an energy of newness, of planting a seed, okay? So someone may have put a bug in your ear, you may have put a bug in someone else's ear, okay? But you could also be adopting a new mindset, a new mentality. You could be learning something new, okay? You may have recently been exposed to some new information that you were not aware of before, okay? That you were blinded to before. Maybe you were turning a blind eye, whether consciously or subconsciously. Maybe you were ignoring some signs, okay? Maybe it was a decision that you needed to make, but you didn't feel like you had all of the pieces and all of the information that you needed to make the decision. Well, I'm hearing that you either have recently come across that information or you will be. By the time you make the decision, you will have all of the information that you need. I'm sensing that there's a fungus among us, meaning you're a little bit suspicious of something right now. Okay. You're not sure if something is purposely being hidden from you or if it's just a matter of uh, gathering information, facts, and data. Okay. So let's see what's going on. We have two swords and we have a 1 and a 2, so I'm seeing incremental steps being taken here, steady progress being made. Okay, the swords is about mindset, but it's also about communication. It's also about conflict. So let's see, what else do we have here for this Ace of Swords? You definitely think someone's being sneaky or strategic, and you're very suspicious of that now where you may not have been before. Or maybe your spidey senses were kicking in, but again, you did not have the information that you needed or the evidence that you needed to prove it to yourself or to whoever it needs to be proven to. Okay. For some of you, for others of you, you're working on some sort of a strategy. Okay. And in order to strategize, there is a piece of, I'm hearing there's some information missing. Okay, so some of you are working on a strategy, a plan of attack, if you will, whether this is a project or, whatever the situation is, there is a piece of information that is missing that you need. Okay. I'm also hearing that someone may be counting on you not knowing something. Someone may be counting on you not having all of the information because that's going to put them at an advantage, okay, and put you at a disadvantage. So, I'm hearing Mercury retrograde. Okay. So be careful right now at this time of signing contracts without double and triple and quadruple checking the fine print. Okay, making sure you didn't miss anything or misunderstand anything before you sign any contracts or documents. Because there might be something that someone is like buried in a document in a way where it's easily missed or easily misunderstood, okay? And it's a part of their strategy, really. That's kind of how they get you, okay? But your spidey senses, because you're so smart, you're so tapped in, your spidey senses are telling you there's something there, okay? Um, yeah, because I'm hearing Mercury retrograde. Generally, typically, Mercury retrograde is not a good time to sign contracts because it may um, kind of what am I? May confuse your judgment. Okay, it also communication is also. Muffled a little bit, right? Electronics and all that other stuff. So typically, it's not a good time to go into contract or make big purchases when Mercury's in retrograde, unless you started the process well before when Mercury retrograde wasn't acting as an interference, if you will, on the mad. Yeah, look at this. We have uh, the magician just kind of was upright while all of the cards were facing down, and this is Mercury energy here, so I'll take that as a confirmation, okay? Which also lets me know that for some of you, you may be suspicious, but you may have nothing to be suspicious about, okay? Because the Ace of Swords is a card of truth being revealed, truth being spoken, okay? Of new knowledge, of new information. So you may not have something to be suspicious about. It may just be the perception that you're getting. Again, with this Mercury retrograde energy, there could be some miscommunications going on. So just really, like I said, the remedy for this is either to put off any negotiations as long as you can. If you can't, obviously life has to go on. But maybe get someone in to review it for you to make sure that you didn't miss anything, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. What else do we have going on here? Yeah, I'm seeing that this is something that you do need to take action on sooner than later, okay? Um but again, I have to caution you against acting before doing your due diligence. I have to caution you against acting before doing your due diligence, okay? Um I'm not sure if you've thought this through long enough, is what I'm picking up on here, Sagittarius. Okay. And it's because this is something that you're super duper excited about. This is something that you've wanted for a really long time. It's actually a wish fulfillment for you. So you may be getting lost. This could be a major purchase, like a home or something, by the way. Um, so there's a lot of it's going to bring you so much pleasure and so much joy to quote unquote close this deal. And so in your excitement, okay, just don't lose your good sense about you. Okay, Sagittarius. Here we have the Queen of Cups. All right. Yeah, don't let your emotions fool you, or make sure it's mind over matter, okay? That you're being very logical and strategic about this. Okay, that's what's going to be required, is for you to be very calculated and very strategic. And even though if you get what you want, you will be very happy, um, you still gotta, you don't want to risk seemingly getting what you want only to find out that that's not exactly what you wanted. Okay. I hope this is making sense to someone. I hope this is making sense to someone. It's about being careful, it's about taking your time with something. Okay. Because in the end, this is what's going to be, it's like looking out for yourself. Yeah. Look at this. Wow. All of this swords energy here. There's a lot of swords energy here. There's something that you're super determined about, Sagittarius. You're really, you just want to get through this. You want to finish this up. So you're moving rather quickly right now. You're moving rather quickly. You're very determined. You're very focused. Okay, you're tackling something head on right now, but there is just this caution against moving too quickly. And for those of you who don't have a choice, within that quick movement, again, um, caution still, precautions, safety nets still need to be put into place. Okay. Risk management, I'm hearing those kinds of things. Spirit, what is this about? What is this situation about? It says here hermit energy. Mm. Yeah, Sagittarius, there's something that you're taking on. This is a new vocation, a new venture, a new career, a new project, a new something that you're working on. You have not yet mastered it. You have not yet mastered it. And before you lose everything on it, you need to put more focus on learning it, learning what the drawbacks are, learning what the setbacks are. Okay, there needs to be more understanding, more awareness around the situation, more mastery, if you will. I mean, I know that becoming a master at something takes thousands and thousands of hours of work. So this is not something that can happen overnight as much as you would prefer it to. Okay, so I'm hearing that there is a need to slow down. The hermit spends a lot of time in isolation because that's how focused and dedicated the hermit is to whatever um, it is trying to master, to whatever the hermit is trying to master. Okay. Um, I'm hearing something about a coach as well. Okay. I'm hearing something about a coach and not fully relying on the teacher in this matter. Okay. If you have someone guiding you through something. Spirit, anything else? What is this about? What is the situation about? Yeah, this could be something, again, that you're spending your money on and you're putting money into something and you're looking to get something out of it just as much as you're putting into it, if not more. Okay, so if it's about money, okay, especially at this time with Mercury being in retrograde, we need to make sure that we're not doing anything that's going to put us in a position of losing our money. Okay, Sagittarius, so just be very, very careful, my loves. No one has money to waste. Yeah, it's definitely some sort of a project, some sort of a financial project that you have going on here. Okay, I'm hearing that your ships when it comes to this will definitely be coming in. Give me a second here. I just want to this particular, oh, look at that. Yeah, so you're hoping for success on a particular project or some sort of an endeavor. And so you're waiting for something to come your way. You may get a little bit impatient, okay? And because it may take time, again, with the one and the two, gradual steps. It's not something that happens rather quickly. And so, in order for you to try to speed it along, you may make a miscalculated move, okay? But there are opportunities on the horizon, Sagittarius, okay? So, it's there. What you have your eyes set on, it's valid, okay? Um, it is something that you can gain something out of. It's just about how you approach it. It's about your strategy. It's about, again, safety netting and just in mastery and making sure you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. Okay, so be patient through this so that you don't make any missteps. Okay, Sagittarius. Yeah, look at this. A 10 of swords. So you may talking about mastery, right? There's one of my favorite sayings, and I have a lot, so that's not saying much. But one of my favorite sayings is the only difference between the master and the student is that the master has failed more times than the student has tried. Okay. So I'm seeing here failed attempts. I'm seeing here that there are a lot of failed attempts. So I feel like what you need to hear, Sagittarius, is the reason why there have been so many failed attempts. It's because you're jumping the gun too quickly. You need to slow down. You need to learn a little bit more. You need to absorb more around this situation, around this project, around this endeavor. You need more understanding because there's someone who's set to benefit from your lack of understanding, from your lack of being able to see the red flags, from your lack of being able to see what the risks are. Okay. So be very, very careful with that. This was so specific. I'm not sure that this is going to resonate with all of you because this was very, very, very specific. Um, but I feel as if though I can end the reading there. I'm not really getting pulled to tap in for too many more messages. So I'm just going to pull, an oracle card. I like to leave uh, viewers on a very positive note if I can, but I'm a student of life, so I also like to close out with guidance, if you will. So I'm just going to see what this oracle deck has to say to you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, if these messages have resonated with you, something about a Gemini and changing your mind, okay? It's interesting. This is more Mercury energy. This is more quickness, right? Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury. Gemini is a sign that can typically make very quick decisions because it's almost like they have two brains instead of one, right? That's one of the benefits to being the sign of the twins. It's like you have the ability to see two sides of a situation. So I'm seeing here where what you're working on requires you to have the ability to see two sides of a situation. Okay, you have to learn. If there's, for example, if there's a this is a competition, all right, let's say this is some sort of a competition, it would behoove you, okay, it would benefit you to learn how your opponent thinks. Okay, you're playing chess, not checkers, so this is very big on strategy. Okay, and then there's being all right with changing your mind if you notice that you've made a mistake or that you've gained more understanding that pretty much nulls and voids a previous understanding. That's okay. Pivot, adjust. It's perfectly fine. That's the point. That's learning. That's growth. Okay. I'm going to open up the book because I love the messages from this book. Sagittarius, I was just getting ready to say, if these messages have resonated with you, please like, share, comment, or subscribe. It will help my channel grow. You don't have to say much in the comment section. Just comment below and say, hey, this message resonated with me. And that at least lets me know that we're tapped in. Okay, so I appreciate you. All right, here's what the book says about the Gemini card. It says, you may feel strongly about whatever's happening right now, but that doesn't mean you have to be immovable in your mindset. Okay, so maybe there's some indecision going on here. Gemini's zippy, quick-witted, and mutable energy wants you to lighten up. Okay, so maybe you're being a little bit too controlling about something. Loosen your grip and keep an open mind. Again, the ability to adjust and to pivot. Symbolized by the twins, the sign of Gemini loves bouncing from one idea and opinion to the next, acknowledging the multifaceted nature of any given issue. See that? Acknowledging the multifaceted nature of any given issue. So, exactly what I said, you need to be able to see both sides of a situation, Sagittarius, in order for you to be at an advantage, okay? And never being afraid to switch their stance, adjustments, pivoting, okay? Why look at the world in black and white when life is actually made up of a whole rainbow spectrum? There are many sides to every story, so don't get stuck on just one. I love it when the oracle just brings the whole reading to a close. And, I hope, even if you can't see me shuffling, I hope you at least hear it because this was perfect. Okay. Um, Ooh, stick to your comfort zone. Didn't mean to, but I think the universe wanted me to. So, sticking to your strategy is going to be important as well. Once you come up with a strategy, once you develop a plan, sticking to your plan, yes, being able to pivot, being able to adjust. But again, there's something about safety that keeps coming up here. This card said stick to your comfort zone, but I'm hearing more so safety. Okay, safety in what you know. So, because you're being tempted in a way, and it could just be your impatience, like your own impatience could be tempting you right now. All right, last card, and I promise I'll let you go. It says here, it's good to be innovative, but remember, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Okay, so don't at the same time, let's go back to that example about being in a competition. Don't necessarily underestimate your competitor or think that you're smarter than your competitor. Okay. That's not what it's about. Learning your competitor and being able to think about your competitor is better than thinking that you're smarter than your competitor. Um, okay, so the South Node of Destiny is an astral point that symbolizes your spiritual comfort zone and the experiences you came into this life having already mastered. And right now, you should make the most of them. You were born with special gifts that come naturally to you, and you should use them to your advantage. So, what you're already good at, you don't need to fix what's not broken. Okay. What's not broken, don't fix it. You just need to focus on what is broken. So, there may be something that you think you have to start all over again. You may feel like you need to start from ground zero. I'm hearing no, that's not the approach or the strategy you should be taking. Embrace those God and Goddess given talents today and be grateful for the things that come easy instead of exhausting yourself over the things that don't. There's a time and place for expanding your comfort zone, but it's okay to work within it sometimes too. Okay. So again, there's a lot of duality here with that Gemini energy that came out earlier. There's a lot of there's a need for you to see two sides of a situation, but there's also a need for you to leverage what you already know and what you've already mastered with learning more and expanding upon it. Okay. So, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave you here. One last time, I ask that you like, share, comment, or subscribe. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Until next time, please take care of yourself, love yourself, pour into yourself. Talk to you soon.